Here's the form that you were asked to. It said, by signing this contract, this is the UNICEF on campus SOAS, right? Part of University of London. By signing this contract, you are agreeing to our no tolerance policy with regards to racism, sexism, classism, ageism, homophobia, biphobia, transphobia, xenophobia,
Gonna take a while,
Islamophobia, or anti-religion or anti-atheism. You basically couldn't do a joke about anything.
And it says that all jokes must be respectful and kind.
Right. Since when was comedy supposed to be respectful and kind?
I'd have to walk away from this programme if that was the case.
Right.
Exactly.
The whole point of comedy is it sort of sends things up and people up. Right?
Well, I'm glad you understand that. I'm glad you understand that. What this is about is people who insist on their right to take jokes literally and then use it against the comedian. You might have followed the story only a few days ago in America, where a comedian called Nimesh Patel, a very progressive woke comedian, went on stage at a student gig. He was doing these very progressive woke jokes, and the student audience, decided to misinterpret his jokes and call him racist, a second-generation Indian American, take him off stage and label him for the rest of his life as a racist.
Right.
This is what happens. I'll give you this one example very quickly. I was on stage in a comedy club a few months ago as a Russian comedian talking about American politics. And this American guy stands up and he goes, "The problem with Russians is you don't understand democracy." You're laughing at my American accent there, right? And I said, "What do you mean? Got Trump elected, didn't we?" Right. Now, it's a joke. I don't have any idea whether Russia got Trump elected or not. But if you're one of these woke students, you probably think that Donald Trump is a white supremacist.
Yeah.
So what I've literally...
But political jokes against Trump are okay.
Yeah, absolutely. But what you think when you hear that joke is I'm endorsing the election of white supremacist neo-Nazi president. When it's just a joke. I have no idea. I've never met Donald Trump. It's ridiculous.
I think you're doing some quite complicated sort of mental arithmetic to make it to offset the fact that people didn't think you were funny. I think the reality is
these students saw me performing at Top Secret Comedy Club, one of the best comedy clubs in the country, and invited me to come on their charity gig.
But I'm not going to stop talking.
Okay.
You wait. You had your go. I'll have my go.
Okay.
Okay. When I come on here, I'm not allowed to swear, right? That's the deal. So no swearing.
You just have to apologise.
But I won't come back. I think if I say the F word, I might not be invited back. So when you go on television, there are rules. There's watershed. There's things you can't say. So we all agree that there are some things you can and can't say in some contexts. What this is a negotiation about what you can say where. Whoever pays the piper calls the tune.
He couldn't say anything about anything.
So as one, well, if you're a really good comedian, you can be funny without being offensive.
You can't even do old jokes.
There's lots of people who can be funny without being offensive.
I was invited by these students who saw me perform. All they needed to say to me was, please do the same set that we saw you perform at Top Secret, one of the most reputable comedy clubs in the country, and come and do that. It's not about me being funny. They thought I was funny, and that's why they invited me on the show.